The Gallagher Premiership Round 7 comes to the boil in the Toon as a team who can't win away take on a team struggling to win anywhere.
Okay, put them on.
A lot of young talent on display for both teams, and a confident early take from Harvey Skinner in the backfield. And Exeter look to put some width on this early in the game. Slade finds Captain Jenkins, and Faye Waboso missed by Moroni, steamrolling his way through. Wyatt's on his outside. Faye Waboso won't need him. 35 seconds on the clock, and Exeter scorch the Tyneside plastic.
A wonderful start for the Chiefs. Faye Waboso, what a finish that is. The Falcons flying up out of the line. I think Rubiolo steps through here, carries on with the hit. Look at this hit come in, but that keeps the Falcons narrow. They lose their extra player on the outside. Moroni's got to do better than that, as has Radwan on that, as has Stevens on that left-hand side. But he's reacting to the miss from Moroni. It's hard for him, it's right on his heels, but what a finish from Faye Waboso. Lovely footwork, great power, and the perfect start for the away team.
You can't afford to miss one-on-one tackles, especially in those wide channels. Fantastic finish.
Thank you.
There's 3 easy tackles that he's run through.
Henry Slade, a match winner in round 6 with that late heroic penalty that saw off Gloucester's challenge. Not a windy day here in Newcastle, just a little smattering of drizzle, but Henry Slade with a dose of the Stuart Hogs.
Just say the difficulty here as a winger, Stevens, you're in the outside channel, you think, right, I expect my man to make that tackle, so I don't want to commit, so I can get over the ball and maybe get the turnover, so he just stands off, and that sits him down on his heels. That means it's almost impossible then to make any momentum into the tackle. You expect an international 13 to complete that tackle 99 times out of 100, and that's why you don't go in.
Fastest try of the Gallagher Premiership season so far. A blistering start. And Manuel Faye Waboso's third of the campaign. It's Nottingham shoveled it on the inside to a warm embrace of Eduardo Bescio, one of 5 Argentina internationals in the Newcastle squad. Carved out quite a South American enclave here. Elliott sends it high. Awkward dropping kick, but taken again by Skinner, who then gets thumped by Rubiolo.
Lovely from Rubiolo to spring back to his feet, bounce off the floor, and then counter ruck through. Just causing a few problems for Cairns at the back of that ruck. Will be a nuisance for the Falcons all afternoon.
Cairns now using the enormous circumference of Aaron Painter to provide some clearance. And Newcastle don't get the choreography right. David Jenkins seizes upon the loose ball. Cairns for Vermeulen.
Just hold in front here.
Skinner. Crossfield, up and under. Elliott covering across, and he calls for the mark.
Change in tactics from the Chiefs from what we've seen over previous years. Not playing nearly as much in the middle third of the field as they used to. They still have a high ball in play and possession time, but they're not going through multi-phase in that middle section of the field. Happy to try and get some distance and then win the ball back from the resulting kick.
They probably worked out, didn't they, that they were just tiring their forwards out too much. They were wasting the energy in reserve from them. Now they've got a line out. They've got the opportunity now, the forwards. If they had gone through 5 or 6 phases, they'd be blowing a bit now, but now they're relatively fresh. They could put a decent drive on, or they can get some tempo into the game. Got 2 forwards out in the back for Vermeulen. Often carries through the middle here.
Over 15.
Lovely steepling throw to the tail from Yendel. Found Jenkins. And Cairns over the shoulder. Hands one on young Ewan Stevens. Brushed off by Faye Waboso for the opening score.
All on now, Black.
It's an awkward one for Cairns. Right on his own line. Penny for company. Classy from Cairns.
Wait.
Stevens gets on it. He's lightning. Watch him go. Wrapped up by Jacques Vermeulen. Johnson stepping. McDonald on the shoulder. Newcastle into their attacking stride, and here's the showstopper, Radwan. Rubiolo, what a line that is from Blamire. He's slaloming all the way home. What a start in Newcastle. And anything Manny Feiwaboso can do, a rampaging Jimmy Blamire can match.
Well, you got the impression the Falcons needed to respond very, very quickly. Confidence not at a huge high. Stevens, the man to set it off. Lovely footwork, good acceleration, tying in all those white shirts. And then the switch of play and the offload. Perfect timing, doesn't quite go to hand. And then the second offload creates the opportunity. Rubiolo to Blamire, and he finishes like one of the wingers. Beautiful footwork, great swerve. Wyatt's got to do better there. But take nothing away from that man. That is a high-quality body swerve.
Louis Johnson, 20-year-old, his first start dining at England's top table. And he can give Falcons the lead with this kick. Dispatched. Newcastle 7, Exeter 5.
I think it's the damage that Radwan can do within that area where he's cut back against this 9 defenders. They've all sort of concertinaed around because there's danger. That means you get really big splits. There's a 7 metre, 6 metre gap there defensively. It's an easy offload though. What a finish this is, Ben. Reminds me of you at your best. That swaying run and acceleration.
Sio a little bit slow to react on the inside there. He stepped in, as Austin said, towards Radwan, but then when he turned, didn't close that gap, and that was the hole that first Rubiolo attacked and then offloaded to Blamire.
Well, this ball's been stripped by John Hawkins, and look at the big lock go. Support on his shoulder, Stevens. Fabulous cover tackle, Tom Wyatt. That's more like it from Exeter's fullback. Elliott to Rubiolo. March backwards, Roots and Vermeulen in there. Exeter have conceded the fewest points in the Premiership this season, but that defence is being stretched and teased with, and the chip over the top for Moroni, who'll score! This is electric! Please don't let it stop! 3 tries, 8 minutes. Matthias Moroni pounces.
Well, the energy after that first try, you could see the difference from the Falcons. And they back it up with some quality play. There's the strip, and how about this pace to get away from Sio, but then keep that distance. Great timing of the pass. Stevens can't get away from Wyatt this time. Good tackle from the fullback, but Cairns flies out of the line. Defensive error from the scrum half. Causes all sorts of problems for that white wall that probably would have just drifted across the field. Creates the one-on-one, the chip over the top, and Moroni keeps his composure, taps the ball forward, but catches it before it lands and dots over the line.
Premiership champion with Leicester Tigers a couple of seasons ago. Now a proud Falcon. The hush becomes a roar. Johnson delivers again.
Yeah, defensively, Ben picked it up. Cairns, watching, they're really well connected here as a 3. If they stay together, there's nothing on. But because he blitzes out the line, he just creates real problems on the outside. Everyone's got to then step in. It's an easy offload. What a take this is from Moroni. It's going to bounce back over his head. Lovely little right-hand tap there to finish it. Are we in Newcastle? 19 points after 9 minutes. And my feet are still warm.